Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Perfectly Cromulent Podcast with me and Lyndon Suvanto. Me
Yes,
being
sir.
Dusan Krstic.
And I'm Lyndon Suvanto, as,
So Lyndon,
as previously mentioned.
Lyndon has his own podcast, the
Yeah,
Always Moving Podcast with Lyndon Suvanto, and he's going to do one with me, and I'm going to do one with him, which is going to be this one.
yeah. We had an episode on mine before, and it just kind of went real smooth, and it was just we talked for a half hour or so, and shit just kind of kept going, and unfortunately, we had to cut it short. And it's like, well, we should just do this every week. So
Yeah.
that's how this kind of popped up. Like, yeah, we could do this.
Ever since, like, the first time I met Lyndon, I guess, I don't know who I'm talking to here. The first time I met you, man, I was like, oh, this guy is for sure, like, I'm going to force him to be my friend. I was like, this guy likes all the same things I like, and he's just like so happy all the time. I'm like, I remember, I think it was like one of the first practices, and I was like, you were like the biggest guy on the team. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wrestle this guy after practice. It'd be like assert like that I'm not like
Like prison rules, you know?
Yeah, literally, man.
You're like,
Oh,
look
man.
around, where's my bitch?
Yeah, it's so dumb, but I was like, I gotta get respect somehow, and it's wrestling and handball, not even like handball.
Not even wrestling. It's like if we're a wrestling class, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. But yeah, we have like a mind meld going on.
I remember when you guys all came to the practices and stuff, and now the guys I played with a long time don't ever play anymore, and the guys that came later are the ones that are like basically running it all now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, I'm just that guy who's been through like 300 teammates. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
I think it's like phases. There's always like phases, but you have like a good time, and then like you realize when it's time to move on. Like you just kind of sense the thing.
Yeah.
And it was just
Probably
time for like all of us.
When you couldn't lift your arm.
No, I waited like a couple more years after that. I should have called it quits way, way long ago.
Yeah, but if we've done so much shit together that it's been like, this only makes sense.
Yeah.
When we worked at Pantorama, just messing with all the other employees. Like,
God.
Oh, what's Lyndon doing? Oh, he's just posting up at the door. Well, what does that mean? Well, if he says hi to the customer, that's his customer.
Remember, we weren't allowed to leave the store unattended, so every time the manager left, we'd just hide in all the clothes and just wait until she comes back to just like, oh, where are these guys?
Gotcha. Yeah, management material, really.
Yeah, those are the good times, though. You got to relish. So you have to be responsible and do stuff.
Nah, not really. You don't have to do that. Don't worry about that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
We jumped off a chairlift in 2 different locations.
2 different locations, man. I thought about it this last weekend when I was at Marmot. I was like, oh, I could totally jump off this chairlift.
Going to Marmot tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
With Greg and Mackenzie.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got Daryl's board nice. Right there.
All weekend's nice. I just got a new board and boots. Well, not new, but I bought them used. So I'm set to go. I don't have to rent anything anymore. Saves me lots of money.
Yeah, I always just schedule it when Daryl's not working, or when Daryl is working, so I can just take his stuff.
Oh,
guys, maybe next weekend.
Hey, I'm free next weekend. No, we're not. We're busy. What about?
No, I got
the weekend after. Ooh, that's when we're going. Okay, so this podcast isn't gonna be like the Always Moving podcast. It's gonna be more shooting the shit and talking about playing like games. We're gonna do a little fact fiction later, and we're gonna do some Mount Rushmore of holiday movies.
Yeah, and obviously the topic's gonna change every time for Mount Rushmore, and then we kind of have it where fact or fiction, each episode will alternate, and it's Dusan show this week. Mine will be next week, so then I'll pose the questions next week and kind of set up the lineup from there, and we'll go kind of like that. It'll be off and on each weeks, and then see what happens.
All right, let's get right to it. Fact or fiction, because let me explain the rules here. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, before we start, you're gonna explain punishments, right?
That's what I was gonna go for. So I have this with me. It's just a big red bowl in case I lose. So the punishments are, Well, basically, I'm going to be asking 5 fact or fiction questions. It's going to be a best of 5. If I can dupe Lyndon 3 out of 5 times, then I win, and vice versa. But loser has to eat or drink, in Lyndon's case, something they hate. And Lyndon, what do you got for us?
I got about a shot and a half, 2 shots of pickle juice.
And I have this jar of red cabbage with apple. I didn't know that was. I don't even know. I don't know, but it smells awful.
I don't have this like huge gag problem like you have with these foods. So I was going through the fridge. I'm like, wow, that looks pretty good, or whatever. And so pickle juice was the one that's like, well, I don't want to drink that. Prefer not to. I'm drinking a coffee, so it's probably not going to mix well.
I don't know what I'm going to do next week, but I'm going to look for celery, cilantro, or peppers, because I'm probably not going to want to do the spoons of, oh my goodness, of red cabbage. But okay, let's just get into it before
I don't know
I
if you know
throw
this
up.
before you. Well, you've already agreed to this, but in high school, I was in like a quiz game where you
Yes.
would compete against other schools, and my team was like undefeated. And I was
Good to
an
know.
absolute dynamo. I don't want to put any pressure on, but you know,
Well,
dynamo is a pretty strong word.
well, let's see. I'm pretty sure I can dupe you at least 3 times.
What we got? Test me out, bud.
All right, here we go, bud. Here's number 1. The Nova Scotian duck-trolling retriever was Canada's official animal after the governor of Nova Scotia gifted it to the prime minister to celebrate joining Canada. Next thing, a cow-bison hybrid is called a Beefalo.
That one's true.
Fact. That one's true?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Well, the Beefalo one.
Yeah, fuck you. Well, this is a good start.
Okay, and that's
How did you know that?
I'm a stud. I told you.
Was that in your quiz in high school?
No,
How did you know that?
I live in the country, man.
Damn it! I was like, there's no way.
That sounds ridiculous. Boom.
That sounds ridiculous. Ah, damn. Okay, well, 1-0. Wow.
Right there.
Does anybody even say Beefalo?
No.
Can you get it at a store?
Probably, but they would just probably be like,
correct you. Do you mean buffalo, sir?
Is this buffalo I'm buying? Your printer's not working, sir.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, okay.
So are you giving me like multiple questions and I got to figure out which one right?
I'm going to give you 2. So you have to choose. It's a 50-50. So odds are in your favor, I guess, even though 50-50 means odds are in both our favors. But I think they're leaning towards you because you're a damn dynamo. Dynamo.
Dynamo. I'm a bit of a dynamo, too.
Oh, damn it.
Serbs, eh? All right, well, 1-0 me. I hope you like you're throwing up in that bucket.
Let's try this one out for size. Bananas are actually berries because of the seeds they contain. And Bulldog Shih Tzu hybrid is actually a Bully Tzu, and that's no bullshit.
The first one is correct.
Oh my God. This isn't going well. 2-0. You know that, like, right on, like, you don't even have to think about these.
I told you I'm a dynamo. You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
The first one is correct. Oh, I hate you, man.
Now you got to sweep me.
I have to like really work. Oh man. Okay. Next 2 weeks from now, I'm definitely stumping you, but I think I'm going to sweep you here because it gets harder and harder.
Okay. I hope so. I have not even taken time to think. I just know.
So it can only get harder. There's no way it can be easier than that.
No one gets easier.
When dinosaurs roamed the earth, they did so on the other side of the galaxy. Coca-Cola unsuccessfully tried to market Coke as a cleaning agent.
The second one
is true.
Yeah.
The dinosaur one. Since they lived hundreds of million years ago, and it takes, I can't remember what I read, I think 800 millions of years to rotate around the galaxy. They were alive on like the complete other side of the galaxy.
Yeah, but dinosaurs were here a long, long time.
If they're even real, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
well,
you know, like
I don't know, off man. That this square that we live on. People call it Earth.
They fell off. They fell off.
They walked to the edge and it just fell right off. All right, 2-1.
Good, man. I'm feeling good. This is 2-1. Here we go. The famous 7-Year War in 1756 ended in 1761, thus making its duration only 5 years. For 15 years, Sweden thought enemy submarines were invading its territory. Turned out to be herring farts.
Interesting. Go to the first one again.
First one. The famous 7-Year War in 1756 actually ended in 1761, making its duration only 5 years.
Seems kind of stupid to give me that kind of thing. I'm gonna say the second one's correct.
The Swedes. Swedes thought they were getting invaded, but were hearing herring farts over the sonar.
You read that differently.
Oh, I added the sonar. I don't know if that was.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said sonar.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it. It's not even in my thing.
Scam.
I just added that.
It's
2-2.
You're cutting info out of the questions.
Let's go. Oh no. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh man, this is do or die. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm actually sweating. My hands are like, whew. Everything in our periphery is black and white. We just fill in the colors with our brain. Number 2, there's an omnivorous species of caterpillar in California that can eat human matter. Dun, 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 dun. Who's gonna eat the garbage?
I'm gonna say the This one's got me because it's do or die here.
Want me to reread them?
Yeah, you gonna use all the words this time, or
I'll read them exactly as I read them the first time. Everything in our periphery is black and white. We just fill in the colors with our brain. There's an omnivorous species of caterpillar in California that can eat human matter. Which one is real?
I'd say the second one's real.
Yes! What a comeback, man! There actually is carnivorous caterpillars, but they all live in Hawaii. So, should have known your geography, buddy.
Yeah, but you're telling me that a caterpillar can't eat human waste? That's
I'm telling you, none of them that live in California.
According to...
Whoa, man!
Your
From
lie.
down 2-0. Oh, you guys are in for a treat. All right, Lyndon, chug it, baby. Oh my God. Next time I'm picking your food.
No, it's like... Why? Because I didn't throw up?
I wanted you to throw up on camera.
It's just pickle brine, but like, you know, it seemed like it warmed up a lot since I brought it in here.
Hey, I'm gonna save this bad boy for next week, this jar of
all right, well,
red
good
cabbage.
luck. There's no way in hell you're gonna get it right, but whatever.
Hey, that was a fun first segment ever. How about we take a small break and hear an ad from our sponsors? Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, this is this week's sponsor. So
Yeah.
my assistant just handed me this week's sponsor is Zastrow's gutter cleaning. Since 1979, there's been none better for your gutter. Turn your gutter into a strike with Zastrow's secret shine and glow spray. What's the secret? I'll never tell. Zastrow's. Don't let your gutter become a disastro. So thank you, Zastrow.
Thank you, Zastrows.
I guess they're apparently Maine's #1 gutter cleaning service between August and October. I guess they measure it by month. I don't know.
Make sure to give them a call. They'll come to Edmonton. They'll do your gutters for free. That's part of the deal.
Yeah, if you go to their website and enter Cromulent during the checkout, you'll save probably like, I don't know, $20. What's a gutter cleaning cost?
Probably $5 for your like little kid's neighbor.
Just get a leaf blower or something.
Imagine, yeah, like who even has gutters anymore? Everyone. that lives in a house.
I went bowling with you.
Brutal. Lyndon.
Nice lukewarm coffee to rinse down that pickle.
All right, Lindo, you got a 2-minute story for us? Just a quick little segment we'll do. Lyndon's got a million stories in his head all the time, hence the podcast he's got. So I thought, why not just do a quick, because everybody's attention spans are super short these days. Let's do a quick 2-minute story, see what he can do.
Yeah, so this isn't part of my 2 minutes yet. I just want to explain a little bit.
Don't worry, tell me when you're ready. I will start the timer.
In my podcast, kind of my stories really shape the whole episode, but I've got plenty of stories that are 2 minutes long, 3 minutes long, and I can't really expand so much on them. So I've got one for today.
And I go.
So this is the first time I went to visit the Eiffel Tower. Ryan, Klaus, and I arrived in Paris on a handball trip, and you could see the Eiffel Tower in the background. We're like, let's walk over there. It's right there. Let's go. Took us 2 hours to walk there. Apparently the tower is way taller than we expected. Yeah. So we get to the tower. We're like, okay, well, we might as well go up. So we go up, and then we're like, well, this was before GPS was really a thing. So we go up and we're like, oh shit, like we don't really know how to get back or the address of where we're going. So we use the binoculars at the middle tier of the Eiffel Tower, and we found our hotel through the binoculars. Really? And up on the hotel, or near the hotel, there was a building with big neon red letters, and it was Toshiba. So it was the Toshiba building. Perfect. We just got to find Toshiba building. We could spot it a mile away. The problem was, a few blocks the other direction was a building with big red neon lights called Honda. So it's like, if we hit the Honda building, we're screwed. If we hit the Toshiba building, the hotel's right beside this building. So we're like, okay, we scout our route, and we're like, okay, we'll walk this way. So we're like, okay, find the Toshiba building. We go into Pizza Hut quick. We're like, wow, let's grab a quick pizza. We know the route. Instantly forget which way we're going. We end up walking forever. Night falls. It's dark. We're climbing like over bridges and going through alleys. And then we just happen to run into the women's handball team. They're like, oh, what are you guys doing? Getting food? Yup. We haven't been lost for the last 3 hours. And then we got real close right to where we were supposed to be. But originally we got to Honda building, and then we're like, okay, we'll just head that direction. We'll find Toshiba. Ran into the chicks, and boom, made it. And no one knew until now that we were lost and terrified.
Awesome, man. Dude, those are the best. I love getting lost.
Lost is fun when you get found.
Somewhere safe. Yeah. Like getting lost somewhere fun, like Disneyland.
Yeah, where there's a wall or something.
Favelas in Brazil.
You can only get lost for a certain distance. And then, like, we might as well turn around. Yeah.
I only want to get lost to, like, yeah, exactly.
So that was my 2-minute story.
Hey, thanks for the 2-minute story, Lindo.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just like, let's get a pizza, and then instantly lost our road, and we screwed it up big time.
I'm excited to hear next week's. Okay.
So, all right. So then I guess we
want to do Mount Rushmore?
At the beginning, we're going to do a Mount Rushmore of holiday movies.
Yeah, we don't have drops yet.
Drops. Easy.
What I was going to say, do you have a coin on you? Because I definitely forgot to grab one. Or something. Let's rock, paper, scissors over Zoom to who gets to pick first.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick aside here that you can't hear. Trusty old rock. Nothing beats it. I don't know if it's going to work.
Rock, paper, scissors. Yes! Okay, thank God. I really need to go first.
I got one finger in the video. That could have been...
There's a clear top pick here for holiday movies that we both share. We both went to Minneapolis and saw what's it called? Streetcar, where they filmed.
Yeah, the diner.
The
diner. Exactly where you were going.
Yeah, of course, where they filmed the fabulous scene. But I'm taking Jingle All the Way as my number one pick for holiday movie. Can't go wrong with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Classic.
And Sinbad.
And Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman, legend. Put the cookie down now. Oh,
honestly, it's so good. It's so like perfectly Arnold in every way, and I love all of it. And like Phil Hartman as the scummy neighbor is just the perfect guy to be the neighbor. I like that.
There's so like Sinbad was amazing in that movie. Like in that scene where he freaked out at him in front of the toy store and was like talking about the conspiracy theories about the toy companies and like manipulation. He's just like, "Ugh." Oh man.
All right,
Reminds
so
me
we
of a
got
lot of people I know.
Jingle All the Way on you. So when I was planning my list, I wanted to make sure in my mind I didn't want to have the same holiday for any of my movies.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
for
good
me,
call.
I've got plenty of options in case you pick one. So I'm gonna do my number one, which I think should be the first overall. Actually, could be considered two different holidays. I'm going with the fantastical world of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Damn. Yep. I'll
I
stick
grew
to
up
that
with
one.
that movie. My family grew up with it. It holds up as well as it did when it first came out to today. I watched it this year at Christmas and this year at Halloween. The
That's like
music's
2
beautiful.
holidays.
Huh?
That's like 2 holidays.
Yeah.
Cheating. Halloween
Right.
and Christmas. You got both of those. You just
Yeah. And how shocked are you going to be that my 3 others aren't either of those?
Are they Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day,
all the
President's Day, Independence Day? Oh no!
Olympus has fallen. Yeah, so for me, Nightmare Before Christmas is just perfect. The music, the animation, the characters,
I knew you were gonna pick
the
that.
world, fantastic. I'm thrilled that I got that. I want to get it off first because I thought maybe you might pick it. So check
Also,
mark for that.
listeners, follow us on Instagram. We're gonna be posting polls of our Mount Rushmores, and you guys have to vote on which one you like better.
Yeah,
And I guess we haven't thought of any punishments for
win-loss
that.
record, and
We should have punishments for that too.
first one to reach
High stakes.
every 5 points or something.
Yeah.
Wins, or the other guy gets punished.
We'll think of something, but make sure to vote. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going with my second pick here. I feel like all my picks are gonna be fine now since he's not gonna pick any Christmas movies. So I'm gonna go with Die Hard as my second favorite holiday movie. Now, that's a movie you can watch during Christmas or anytime
you want to shoot
during the day. Oh, okay. Die Hard is like maybe it could be my top. It's definitely my top 10, but it could be my like top 7 if I think about it.
Because my mom really is glued to her phone, it seems, all the time. And she got caught up in is Die Hard
I hate
Christmas
that
movie
argument.
thing?
I can't.
So we decided to watch it. And I think I told you this on the podcast we did on mine, but my parents seem to have forgotten every movie ever. So they didn't remember Die Hard at all. And they're like, man, that was great. And
it was great. Yeah, it was great.
Hell yeah. I mean, I wish I could just rewatch all this shit.
God, man, I love Die Hard. What was it? Okay, I hate that argument because I feel like it's 50-50. And the sheer fact... Wait, what were you going to say?
I'm saying it's a Christmas movie. It's at Christmas. There's Christmas decorations everywhere.
I'm saying it's a Christmas
playing.
But
everyone says Merry Christmas.
Half the people say that it's a Christmas movie just makes it a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but those are the people that just start arguments because it's so
that's true.
It's so decisive or divisive. Be like,
yeah.
You know what? This will probably get you going.
Oh yeah.
Solid pick. Not on my list. Because I'm switching up holidays here. I don't know if this is technically a holiday, but it's marked on every calendar. I don't know if people get the days off. But number two belongs to another acting legend. It's hilarious. I'm going with a Groundhog Day.
Damn!
Bill Murray, Groundhog Day. We visited Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah, we did. We did.
I'm like, Groundhog Day is amazing. And when I was thinking, I'm like, what other holidays are there? Because all I could think of is Christmas movies, or if you just pick horror movies and say they're Halloween, but I don't think they really count as that. But I'm going with Groundhog Day. I think it's perfect. We watch it all the time, and it makes me laugh every time because Bill Murray's just, the way he delivers lines just really, really tickles me. Tickles my fancy. So I've got Nightmare Before Christmas and Groundhog Day.
And I have Die Hard and Jingle All the Way. So far, I think you'd be winning in the polls.
We'll see how
and
this goes.
let's solidify that with my third pick.
There's a lot of that.
Home Alone 3.
You live and die on that hill.
Listen, man, you haven't seen Home Alone 3 until you watch that movie for real with me. I don't want you to be watching it alone and have your inherent bias of like, no, it's
That's
not.
I don't watch things like that. Okay. I enjoy everything that you recommend except for Rick and Morty because it's trash. But if I was gonna watch something you suggested, I always go in open mind.
There's elements of nostalgia in Home Alone 3 for me, but as an objective watcher,
95% nostalgia.
It's hilarious, man. The jokes are kind of more adulty. The criminals are more, they're less
Doesn't
like
someone
goofy.
fall in a pool? I feel like I've seen it as a kid. Someone falls in a pool in the middle of winter or something.
All the criminals should have died for sure in the movie. Like if that was real life, they would have been dead. But if you haven't seen, listeners, if you haven't seen Home Alone 3, trust me on this, watch it. You won't be disappointed. And if you are, I'll eat some cabbage.
Oh, that's just guaranteeing cabbage to be eaten. There's no way.
What's your third one?
I'm quite thrilled you took that.
Yeah, I figured you would be. That's why I left it till later.
You should have took it first because you never knew. Again, I'm mixing up the holidays here. This one is American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was wondering what you would pick for that.
And two of my favorite comedians ever starred in one of the best road trip movies ever, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Ah, damn it, that's a Thanksgiving movie.
Steve Martin has to get home for Thanksgiving. John Candy just keeps ending up with him in every step of the way, and those two together are fantastic.
I just watched that too.
Incredible. It's still funny to this day. And then like when they're going through the two semis between the middle, and then he, like looks at him and then he turns into the devil and he's like, ah! That kills me every time. So I'm really thrilled I got that one.
When did you last watch that movie?
Well, I have it on my computer. I watch it probably once a year.
Do you remember? Okay, then you for sure would remember when he has to go to that rental car place and then he gets dropped off and the rental car's not there. And then they play this like weird music at the it's like DJ like, and then it's Steve Martin's voice.
I know the music.
You're messing with the wrong guy.
Yeah, and he like,
I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, I need to find this song.
Pinnacle 80s music right there.
It was hilarious.
You're messing with the wrong guy. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I thought he was
because he has to get all the way back to like the
and
he falls in the snow and shit and like.
And at the end credits, they play that same tune. And I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't me just hearing him say that. That was legit the song. So, and one more thing, you know the argument for Die Hard being a Christmas movie? There's like two worlds where people believe like one, this is a Thanksgiving movie and nothing else, and other people have this listed as a Christmas movie. But there's just I can't like
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, because it was on lists I looked at. Yeah, I know. But is it because American Thanksgiving is so close to?
Because it's like November, right?
Yeah, like later November. It's pretty much already like overlapping, and it's kind of like it's got similar themes.
It says Thanksgiving in it.
It does. They don't do anything Christmassy at all.
It's kind of snowy.
Yeah. And
But tell me, John Candy, like when he's by himself at the end, or when he's saying, I like me. Like you look at him and that just doesn't hit you, you're a monster, and I don't want to talk to you ever.
Bro, the ending of that movie, man.
When she comes in, like I've cried so many times with that end because I've seen it so many times. But when she's like, when he comes in, this is my friend, and comes in, it's like, oh, you got him here. Kills me. Great movie. And I'm so glad it's on my list.
Great freaking choice. All right, so clearly you're picking movies, so you get votes, I guess. Whatever, but
okay, because you picked Home Alone 3. That's not my fault.
Hey, that's me. All right, I'm
you, man. I love all four of my movies, and I don't care if people vote for it. They're going to because you picked Home Alone 3, but
I'm staying true to myself.
I'm
Dude, okay?
I'm very true to myself.
My fourth pick, though, is kind of a vote getter. Hopefully, we get a lot of girls listening to this podcast because Love Actually is one of my favorite Christmas movies ever.
Great movie. It came up in my thought process, but then my thought process quickly changed to pick one from everyone. But yeah,
Yeah.
love of like. There's a bunch of those movies with like, I don't know, 6 stories and
Mhm.
like a stars in each one, and that's
Yeah.
the one that easily is better than the
It's
rest.
by far. It's a league of it all.
Because like when I was thinking of the holidays ones, there's like New Year's Eve, and it's like
not even close.
the same thing with like a bunch of stories. Way shittier, just
Way
garbage.
shitty. This one's so hard. Like every single one of the characters you fall in love with, except for like the scuzzy cheater
Alan
wife.
Rickman.
Alan Rickman though.
I love Alan
like
Rickman.
right, like he was kind of.
The story's not good for her.
It wasn't good, but like.
What's your favorite one in that? What's your favorite story in that?
It's got to be the little kid.
The
little kid and Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's pretty
When
good.
they lost his mom and the little kid falls in love and he's like, it's like nothing worse than the total agony of being in love. He's just 6 years old. He has no idea. God, man. And then he gets it at the end, like runs through the airport while Bill Nye's like strip teasing to like his song. Oh man, no, every character in that movie.
I'm a big fan of the Hugh Grant one, where he's the prime minister and like he's just going around and falls in love with like the secretary or whatever.
Yeah. Thunder thighs.
Yeah, because I like that girl because she just like swearing and shit. And, like,
yeah, she was such a like a little
and stuff.
Scouser girl or something.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Good choice. I like it. So that was your fourth one?
That's my last pick. What you got?
This one, you would never think of when you think any holiday movie, you wouldn't think this is a holiday. This is a holiday, and it's a huge holiday. And for any of my Spanish listeners, I'm going with Coco.
Oh!
Dios de la Muerte. Dios Muertos or whatever.
God damn. With
my background is still the crazy dog from Coco on my phone. Coco is a beautiful movie, beautiful music, importance of family, makes me cry every time.
Every single time.
And
best songs, bro.
Dude, it's such a great movie.
Proud Corazon is on my iPod.
It's so good. And like when like his picture gets up at the end and it's like,
bro.
Okay. Oh, so you want
Mom Coco dies and then she shows. Oh, I was like, oh my God. I wasn't expecting that. And when I watched it in theaters, I was like, okay, like another Pixar movie. I was maybe like 21. I was with my mom. Watched that in theaters, just bawling, bro. And I was maybe the first time I've ever cried like that much at a movie.
I watched it on a plane from Australia to Mexico for a tournament. We were going into Mexico City, and I watched that on the way there. I'm like, okay, bawling my eyes out.
Puts on your sunglasses, like, oh God.
Well, I had a window seat, so right there. It was almost the perfect amount of time for me to watch it from Melbourne to Sydney or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I remember flying into Sydney and the movie was ending, and I was just a nightmare.
Man,
this big guy keeps crying beside me.
Damn, it's probably not a good thing that I like every single one of your choices.
They're so good, flawless. What else was in?
And your freaking theme of like different holidays is pretty great. But I'm hoping that I have a lot of Christmas lovers, or we have a lot of Christmas lovers watching.
Yeah, that's probably a lot of Home Alone 3 fans. What else was on your potential list?
Jim Carrey's The Grinch. That was in my I was either going to throw that in instead of Love Actually. Just that one has a lot of nostalgia, and plus Jim Carrey just absolutely killed that role.
And okay.
What about you? What you got?
One of them, before I decided on it, it was, in my opinion, well, there's two that are two of my favorite Christmas movies. There's my number one kind of favorite Christmas movie is Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Oh, yes.
I watch every year, but it wasn't going to go on my list. But it was
interesting because it's not a vote getter.
It was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Is an absolute vote getter, so I don't care what you say. So in that Christmas category, it was Christmas Vacation and Bad Santa.
Bad Santa?
I'm
going to rewatch that.
That movie's great.
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
And the last one, to just completely change it up, as you mentioned earlier, Independence Day.
Really? Oh my
Just because
God.
it was like, what's another holiday? There's like Born on the 4th of July, but I've never seen that.
What about like Apocalypto? Columbus Day?
I don't think that's what they celebrate in that.
Yeah, but like, doesn't Columbus come at the end and just murder them
Well,
all?
it's
Like,
just like conquistadors, and then they'll eventually murder.
oh, that's true. That's not, yeah. Yeah, otherwise you would have for sure picked Apocalypto, yeah.
That was right at the tip. I started jotting, and I'm like, not Columbus Day.
Hey, well, that was our first like
one of the initial before we move on here, one of the initial movies I thought of. Did you ever, the Grindhouse movies?
yes, but I haven't seen, I think, many of them.
When they came out in theaters, it was like a spectacle. It was like a 4-hour thing, and you had Planet Terror, and then it started with fake previews that all like Rob Zombie made one, Eli Roth made one, like all the horror directors made their fake preview. And there's like, that's where Machete came from. It was a fake trailer.
Yeah.
Right? So like,
that's ringing bells.
So Machete was a fake trailer. There was Werewolf Women of the SS. And there was a movie called Don't. And it's just like, it's this stupid like haunted house. And it's like, if you want to check behind that door, don't. And then someone reaches out and grabs the guy, and then they keep doing that. But one of the fake movies is called Thanksgiving. And it's like, and this guy speaks, he's like, it's a small town. And then he like says like that. He's like, this holiday season, you'll be going home in a body bag. It was so like Thanksgiving. And it's like, heads will roll. And there's like a guy dressed as a turkey in like a parade. This guy dressed as a turkey, and then just out of nowhere you see this, and then the turkey's head rolls off.
You tell me that wasn't made into a movie? That was a fake trailer? They made Machete instead?
And they made Hobo with a Shotgun was also one of them.
That was what, fake trailer?
Yeah.
So let's just make fake trailers and then let's see who picks them up.
I want to see Thanksgiving.
I want to see Thanksgiving out of all of those.
It's amazing. I'll send you the trailer after because it's so good. But yeah, Thanksgiving popped in my head. I'm like, there's no possible chance that's not even a real movie, so it doesn't even fit. But yeah, Thanksgiving. I think that was Eli Roth made that one.
So let's summarize our 2 Mount Rushmores.
Yeah.
What were your 4 again?
Nightmare Before Christmas, Groundhog's Day, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Coco.
Nice choices. I got Die Hard, Home Alone 3, Jingle All the Way, and Love Actually. Make sure to vote in the polls.
3 good ones there.
Huh? All right. So we're going to finish it off with what we learned today. That's the last thing before.
What we learned this week.
This week, yeah, not today.
Yeah.
I didn't learn much, so I might as well just start. I learned I hate red cabbage and apple. That's all.
This is what you learned?
That's all I learned. I didn't even know about it until today. I didn't know it was a thing. I took a whiff. I didn't try it. I took a whiff. I almost gagged. Or I almost threw up. That was it. So yeah.
So moving forward in weeks, these what you'll learn are going to be more. You'll be more cognizant of what you read or what you see, because you'll be like, I could use that in the episode.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, like with my job and stuff, I spend a lot of time listening to podcasts and listening to or reading stuff on my phone, whatever pops up. So I learned this week that elephants, they have a specific warning call, like sound, when it's a danger caused by humans.
What?
So elephants will make noises in danger or whatever, or to warn other elephants. Yeah. But if it's related to a human, they have a very specific call, almost like as if they're yelling humans.
That's so smart.
So like the researchers had found this out, and whenever humans were involved, if it's poaching, if it's whatever, they all make a similar sound that means like humans are around or human danger or something like that. I thought that was super interesting, and that's something that kind of...
That was so cool. Let me add on to that, actually. I just finished the book, and there was a little tidbit in there that was there's an elephant. I can't remember where, but somewhere in Africa, they call him the elephant that walks alone because poachers had killed off his like mate,
Yeah.
and he just walks alone. And ever since like, he killed off his mate, he's been like bitter and angry. Where like usually elephants don't harm humans, but this one like
This guy-
trampled one to death, and then they were gonna put it down, but
Yeah.
like I guess the people around the area like all started like fighting against it because they knew why it was feeling like, I guess the way it was feeling, you know, like
Yeah.
they understood from the elephant's perspective, like you have a wife or like whatever, or your spouse is taken away from you, and then like you're just by yourself. Like animals have these like conscious
Yeah.
feelings. Like the animals know, like they can sense this stuff.
Yeah. And like for me with these like what I learned stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I just think animals are fascinating. I watch so many videos about animals, like octopuses learning and like remembering the size of a hole that they could fit through and they can't. So like they can then see the hole and be like, no, I can't go through that. And then don't even attempt. And it's just
Octopuses are
they're
best.
aliens, man. They're legit aliens.
That's my favorite animal.
Yeah, they're so cool.
I think humans forget that we're also animals. We like to like put animals like beneath us in like stature, even though like we're just animals with shirts.
And dope.
And
Roswell
dope Roswell shirts.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
That was our first episode. Hopefully we improve every time.
Hopefully more people learn stuff throughout the week.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We will do one once a week. Figure it out which day it will release and stuff like that. In the meantime, you can always catch me in my podcast, the Always Moving Podcast with Lyndon and Suvanto. I'll be there talking to guests and stuff, and then we'll be doing this one, and it's awesome. It's I think it's gonna be fun. Just bullshit all the
fun,
time.
man.
Nothing I
Thanks,
like more. Alrighty.
Alrighty, man.
Everyone, thanks again. This was the Perfectly Cromulent Podcast.
And we'll definitely get some drops. All right. Bye, everyone.